and welcome to the African News Network. Today, we take a look into a remarkable shift in West Africa as Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso officially part ways with the Economic Community of West African States, or ECOWAS, and form the Alliance of Sahel States known as AES. This move signifies a profound realignment in the region's political landscape, emphasizing national sovereignty, independence, and the removal of Western power and influence. Let's break down what this means for the future of West Africa. Why did these countries leave ECOWAS? The leaders of these nations cite several reasons for their departure. They accuse ECOWAS of being manipulated by France, their former colonial ruler, and of failing to provide adequate support in their fight against insurgencies. General Abdurrahman Tiani of Niger described ECOWAS as conspicuous by its lack of involvement in counterterrorism efforts. This dissatisfaction led to their decision to form a new alliance that they believe will better serve their interests and national sovereignty. The AES is a newly established confederation formed by Niger, Mali, and Burkina Faso. Its primary focus is mutual defense and economic cooperation, with a strong emphasis on combating terrorism. This new bloc aims to be free from the influence of foreign powers, particularly France, and seeks to establish partnerships with what they term as sincere partners. This is a significant pivot from their previous alliances and reflects their desire for greater autonomy. To understand this shift, we need to look back at the history of these countries' relationships with France and ECOWAS. All three countries have experienced coups in recent years and have expelled French troops from their territories. In Mali, a military coup in August of 2020 ousted President Ibrahim Boubacar Keïta. Burkina Faso saw two coups in 2022, first in January, removing President Roch-Marc Christian Kabore, and then in September, bringing Captain Ibrahim Traoré to power. Niger's coup in July of 2023 removed President Mohamed Bazoum from office. Following these coups, each country has moved to remove French and military presence from their soil. Mali ordered the departure of French troops in 2022, ending Operation Barkhane. Burkina Faso followed suit, demanding the exit of French forces in early 2023. In Niger, the new military government expelled French and US troops shortly after the 2023 coup, signaling a clear break from their former colonial ruler and Western allies. One notable feat is Niger taking back control of one of the biggest uranium mines in the world, previously managed by French company Orano. This move signifies a major step towards economic sovereignty and harnessing national resources for local development. So, how has ECOWAS responded following this? ECOWAS held a summit in Abuja, Nigeria to address this new challenge. The regional bloc, already grappling with widespread insurgent violence and financial difficulties, now faces the potential disintegration of its unity. ECOWAS Commission President Omar Touré warned that the departure of these three countries could severely disrupt regional security cooperation and economic projects. Interestingly, there have been calls for reconciliation. Senegal's new president Bassirou Diomaye Faye and Mauritania's president Mohamed Ghazouani have both suggested that dialogue between ECOWAS and the AES could resolve tensions. However, the establishment of AES indicates a firm commitment to their new path, making reconciliation a complex and uncertain process. So, what could this mean for West Africa? The formation of AES and the departure from ECOWAS have several potential outcomes. Firstly, there is the issue of regional security. The joint military force announced by AES to combat extremist groups could become a significant player. Additionally, the economic ramifications are substantial. ECOWAS has funded numerous economic projects in the region, and the departure of these countries could lead to the suspension of these initiatives, potentially straining their economies. However, the leaders of AES have already expressed interest in creating a common currency, moving away from the CFA franc, which is used by many former French colonies in Africa. While this could enhance their economic independence, some experts warn that such a move is complex and requires extensive technical and financial preparation. When looking further at Western presence in the respective nations, Burkina Faso's President Ibrahim Traoré has been vocal about his distrust of Western media. In a recent speech to local journalists, he emphasized the need to be aware of what he described as imperialist media outlets. Traoré cited the media coverage of former Ivorian President Laurent Gbagbo and the assassination of Libyan leader Muammar Gaddafi as examples of how Western narratives can impact internal politics and stability in African countries. He specifically pointed to French-owned media such as Radio France International, France 24, and Le Monde, as well as Jeune Afrique, which he called out for spreading misinformation that serves foreign interests. In conclusion, what can we expect moving forward? The situation in West Africa is dynamic and evolving. The formation of AES marks a significant shift in regional alliances and priorities. As these three countries pursue greater independence and cooperation on their terms, the rest of West Africa, particularly ECOWAS, will need to adapt to these changes. The coming months and years will reveal how these new dynamics will shape the future of the region. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Cynthia Nivyoandi, and this is the African News Network. Stay connected on our website, mobile app, and social media platforms for more updates from across the continent and beyond.